He ignited Gennady Golovkin's fury.
So Gennady Golovkin, I'm not scared of him.
He takes those shots from me. I don't care if he's a robot, he's going down.
What happened after will shock you.
And your feet will always be solid underneath.
In the year 2015, a rising star loomed on America's horizon. A monster from the vast steppes of Kazakhstan, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Middleweight boxers, wary of blemishing their records, conspicuously skirted around him. Gennady Golovkin had yet to contend on pay-per-view television, and few predicted how challenging his debut on this stage would be. Yet, on July 26th, after much ado, an opponent was finally confirmed, David Lemieux of Golden Boy Promotions. David Lemieux wasn't just another stepping stone. At the time of facing Golovkin, the Canadian boasted a record of 34 wins, 31 by knockout, testament to his fearsome punching power. Golovkin, on the other hand, had established his undisputed reign as the middleweight kingpin, with convincing victories over Gabriel Rosado, Matthew Macklin, Curtis Stevens, and others, though none could be hailed as a true test for the Kazakhstani titan. Thus, when the Canadian knockout artist was slated as Triple G's next challenge, the consensus among analysts was clear. This matchup would be the most arduous test yet for the undefeated champion. Lemieux himself exuded confidence pre-fight, assuring everyone he'd effortlessly dethrone Gennady. Meanwhile, Gennady abstained from any verbal jabs, a fighter accustomed to letting his fists do the talking. The betting odds pre-fight were less than favorable for Lemieux at roughly 7-1. But believe me when I say that this was not the most dire prediction the boxing world had seen. In a sport where odds can be daunting, Dave's resolve was to prove that in the ring, anything is possible. The stage was set, the players were ready, and as the world watched with bated breath, two titans prepared for a showdown meant to echo through the annals of boxing history.
And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner.
On October 17, 2015, the storied Madison Square Garden buzzed with anticipation as the boxers stepped into the ring. The Canadian met the challenge with a composed demeanor, showing no signs of fear. But the moment the name of the legendary Triple G rang out, and his face flashed on the screens, it seemed as if a flicker of concern passed over Lemieux's face. Golovkin marched to the ring with the gravitas of a man on a solemn mission. It was as if he were walking to dig a gravesite. Under the roar of the excited crowd, Michael Buffer bellowed the names of the fighters. The bell chimed, signaling the commencement of the fight. Though GGG was the favored contender in this matchup, there was an undeniable tension after all. Lemieux wasn't just known as a formidable knockout artist for nothing. However, any trepidations swiftly dissipated early on, as it became apparent that Lemieux was outmatched.
He's landing his jab, and Lemieux hasn't landed much of anything. So keeping him back. Jab, right hand.
You out of the fight early by backing him up with that jab, making him fight uncharacteristically of himself.
You see the amazing number already from Copy Box. He's landed more than 20 jabs in the round.
He has to load up on the home run left hook. He's done it once.
Right hand to the body by Golovkin. Hasn't really tried to get close. Another body shot for Lemieux. His relationship with Russ Anberg and brought in Ramsey. And the general consensus, Lemieux trying to be more aggressive in this round, lands a jab. And gets it. Landed 26 jabs in round one, which is simply colossal.
Of course, we knew that, though.
Yep, he's outclassed me by hook.
First body shot from Triple G will be interesting, too.
Look at the jab. Right hand. Trying various ways, trying to get past the jab. Hasn't managed to do it with any. He's not missing.
It's not a normal jab Golovkin throws.
Kind of like Kovalev's jab.
It snaps.
Little left hook lands for Golovkin. Jab lands. Right hand was blocked, but knocked Lemieux back a little bit anyway. Golovkin almost
It
caught
seems
him.
to me was able to roll it with his shoulder and make it glance off.
Now the question is, Willem Black coming in. Body shot by Golovkin. Right hand lands. Right lands again. Knocks Lemieux into the ropes. Left hook for Golovkin. Right hand lands again. Phenomenal accuracy.
Lemieux Lemieux has never had to fight at this pace before in his life, I guarantee you.
Hard right hand. Well, if the first round was good, this one was even better.
Lemieux is trying to box to load up against Golovkin to at least give yourself a chance to land something big.
This is just live by the gun, die by the gun. The best time for
Begin to make bad decisions. Matthew Macklin was quite articulate, particularly by the jab.
You got to get him for his first title defense.
There's Lemieux trying to do it the right way coming
He
in.
wants to try to win it.
And he's earned a lot of respect. Keeps coming. Flowing like water. Body shot. Jab again. Jab again.
That jab.
A very calm David Lemieux agreed with us in the meeting yesterday. His amateur career is much deeper and prolific than mine. It's my job.
Where he realizes he's going to get hit anyway, so he's saying almost, I made
Left hook.
The disparity in their class and technical arsenal was immense. Golovkin systematically dismantled his opponent, interspersing his barrage with punishing jabs that consistently wore David down. Lemieux appeared befuddled, his posture crumpling under pressure. His hapless flurries, most of which missed the mark, only underscored his unraveling.
3 rounds so far, it hasn't been Gennady Golovkin, who has clearly won what you're doing, and then we'll pick out the moment at which you're going to land the big shot. Harold,
Like you said, 3-0, 30-27. Gennady Golovkin, you may say, is totally stupid. You know what's bothering me about it? He's walking in and he's getting blasted by Golovkin's murdering him. I mean, if I were fighting Golovkin, I'd get
Showing so far.
maybe Lemieux had a plan coming in, and the middleweight division average 5 times the average of what middleweight fighters throw with the jab.
And that definitely is a game changer.
And talk about getting in. There was the left hook, and Lemieux is hurt. And here goes Golovkin, looking to finish already in round up the middle. Left hook again, and here, and the Canadian star is hanging in.
According to Hoyle.
Yeah, he's an even bigger underdog now. And it prompts Harold Letterman to say, for instance, I don't even think Lemieux has a plan. Uppercut.
In the fifth, driven by frustration, he lunged at his rival in a desperate tactic without a second thought. Midway through the round, he managed to land a few strikes on Golovkin, a glimmer of momentary success. However, in the final minute, the Kazakh fighter retaliated with a vengeance, landing a brutal left hook to Lemieux's liver.
And your feet will always be solid underneath you.
A grimace of agony spread across the Canadian's face as he sank to the canvas. In the heat of the moment, Gennady landed a blow on his already kneeling opponent, but promptly apologized for the unintentional hit. From that point, the fight took a decidedly one-sided turn. GGG voraciously tore down Lemieux's defense, each attack punctuated with resounding force, but it was the 8th round that drew the curtain. An increasingly battered and weary Lemieux continued to absorb heavy blows. Golovkin toyed with him in a cat-and-mouse fashion, delivering a series of devastating hits. It was no longer tenable for the bout to go on, and the referee mercifully called an end to the onslaught, sparing Lemieux from further punishment.
You know, it's hurting his vision and anything. Beautiful left jab, right hand combinations. He gets an extra point for the knockdown in round number.
You see that Lemieux is regarded as model handsome. That hair is important to him. That haircut is important.
Not at all. Good hook by Triple G.
Right hand by Triple G.
His nose.
And ruining his concentration. As I said, supposed to do.
Good body
Good
shot.
body shot by
By a
Lemieux.
left hook and then another one.
Hard right hand by Golovkin. Lemieux is hurt against the ropes.
Turn Lemieux sideways.
Cornered. Another right hand lands. Not hard. But out of respect for both, it's hard to imagine there'll be a premature stoppage. I think
He's in the fight.
But he can't get away from the corner between rounds. Watching him, trying to figure out whether there's a reason to stop David Lemieux.
Head still goes on. A lot of us never expected Lemieux to last this long. Not only surviving, but having chances with those big punches that he's throwing.
All of that is a form of respect for
Right.
David Lemieux's punching power.
Punches landed against the fighter. In a sense, that fighter's guy he's fought.
Exactly. Good right hand.
Hard left hook. Good right hand by Lemieux, but the uppercut by Golovkin drives him back into the ropes. The body shot hurt him again. Steve.
Mismatch, beat down, and Lemieux earned this date tonight. He beats
By Gennady Golovkin.
Yes, it was.
Is there a middleweight out there?
KF, IBO, WBA, interim WBC, middleweight champion of the world, Dame Gasparin, Gennady Triple G.